The most valuable lessons in life cannot be taught. They must be experienced. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. People only get better with experience if they are willing to learn and understand the lessons that are given to them through the bad times in their lives. Life's lessons take a lifetime to learn. That's just how it is in life's classroom. But as we learn, we teach others. We are all teachers in the school of life. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance the next time. I'm grateful for every scar. Some pages turned, some bridges burned, but there were lessons learned. Ultimately, there is no such thing as failure. There are lessons learned in different ways. One of my biggest lessons in life is, we heal at the speed of our forgiveness. So learn your lessons and be thorough with the long road of experience. The universe is one great kindergarten for man. Everything that exists has brought with it its own peculiar lesson. When something happens and it causes us pain, the pain is there to teach us a lesson. It is not so that we feel pain for the sake of pain. Missing a train is only painful if you run after it. Likewise, not matching the idea of success others expect from you is only painful if that's what you are seeking. Let the improvement of yourself keep you so busy that you have no time to criticize others. It's time to say goodbye. But I think goodbyes are sad and I'd much rather say hello. Hello to a new adventure. Life is inherently risky. There is only one big risk you should avoid at all costs. And that is the risk of doing nothing. Be humble to those who praise you. Pleasant to those who honor you. Kind to those who cherish you. Good to those who love you. And generous to those who adore you. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. The past is a place of learning, not a place of living. Look at life through the windshield, not the rear view mirror. Don't let anyone ever make you feel like you don't deserve what you want. The great courageous act that we must all do is to have the courage to step out of our history and past so that we can live our dreams. We cannot become what we need to by remaining what we are. You're never wrong if you love and help people. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Learn from yesterday. Live for today. Hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Accept yourself. Love yourself. And keep moving forward. If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. We cannot change the past. We can only take action in the present and, therefore, change the future. Change the changeable. Accept the unchangeable. And remove yourself from the unacceptable. Everything is possible. Isn't it? The world soon teaches one that. Once we truly know that life is difficult, once we truly understand and accept it, then life is no longer difficult. Because once it is accepted, the fact that life is difficult no longer matters. Though nobody can go back and make a new beginning, anyone can start over and make a new ending. If you are still alive, do not lose hope. You can always start anew. I made up my mind not to care so much about the destination, and simply enjoy the journey. There comes a time in your life when you have to choose to turn the page, write another book, or simply close it. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. Never back down from a real challenge. They give the best lessons in life. Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life. Be comforted, dear soul. There is always light behind the clouds. When I look back on my life, I can see that the hardships I've faced have been essential for my growth. The lessons I have learned continue to help me. You just can't let life happen to you. You have to make life happen. Life is available only in the present. That is why we should walk in such a way that every step can bring us to the here and the now. The one thing that I keep learning over and over again is that I don't know nothing. I mean, that's my life lesson. My greatest life lessons have not come from any achievements I have attained, but rather from the failures, heartaches, and setbacks that I have experienced. The biggest lesson I learned this year is to not force anything: conversations, friendships, relationships, attention, love. Anything forced is just not worth fighting for. Whatever flows, flows. What crashes, crashes. The biggest lesson I had in my life was failure. I've learned that no matter what happens, or how bad it seems today, life does go on, and it will be better tomorrow. My greatest life lesson has been that life can change in a second. This is why it's important to always live your best possible life and to do what you can for others. There are certain life lessons that you can only learn in the struggle. Life's too mysterious to take too serious. When one door closes, another opens, but we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which has opened for us. The hardest thing to learn in life is which bridge to cross and which bridge to burn. To suffer without complaint is the only lesson we have to learn in this life. Life taught me love is risky. Death taught me to love even more. Everything in life is temporary. So if things are going good, enjoy it because it won't last forever. And if things are going bad, don't worry. It can't last forever either. The trouble is if you don't spend your life yourself, other people spend it for you. If there was any great lesson in life, it was this: no battle was ever won with silence. You can have it all, just not all at once. Try to accomplish things you have always dreamt of while you can. I know it sounds cliché, but the biggest lesson I have learned is that life is precious. Enjoy it while it lasts. Good judgment comes from experience, and experience comes from bad judgment. You think you know someone, but mostly you just know what you want to know. I've come to realize that every single day we face moments that are difficult, uncertain, and scary. Your life requires courage. Most important thing in life is learning how to fall. Letting go isn't a one-time thing. It's something you have to do every day, over and over again. A tough lesson in life that one has to learn is that not everybody wishes you well. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. I have taken the biggest lesson of all from animals. Needless to say. And discovering that living for the day is the way to live. Life's lessons are hard, but we have all learned ways to cope with tragedy, as well as seeing the lessons is what my kids and I now call the storms of life. I learned it by doing it. And I was scared to death. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. When patience pans out, you realize you've not waited for long. It took a long time. But I have learned that you just can't take anything you want out of life without putting something back in exchange. I am learning to love the sound of my feet walking away from things not meant for me. You don't learn to walk by following rules. You learn by doing. And by falling over. Maturity, one discovers, has everything to do with the acceptance of not knowing. Fear is not a good teacher. The lessons of fear are quickly forgotten. Life is a succession of lessons which must be lived to be understood. If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Listen to the must-don'ts. Child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts. The impossibles. The wants. Listen to the never-haves. Then listen close to me. Anything can happen. Child. Anything can be. Never be ashamed. There's some who will hold it against you. But they are not worth bothering with. You don't have to let that one thing be the thing that defines you. Success is a process that continues, not a status that you reach. If you are alive, there are lessons to be learned. You only struggle because you're ready to grow but aren't willing to let go. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned, so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Lessons in life will be repeated until they are learned. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. One of the most courageous decisions you'll ever make is to finally let go of what is hurting your heart and soul.